Dear viewers, we have been joined in the studio by Nour al Mukhled, a project manager of Eithar and Zeina Muqqadim, the founding partner at PH7 Group. It's a pleasure to have you with us, ladies.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you. Pleasure is ours.
Thank you. To start off, can you tell us about yourselves and your role in Passion Arabia exhibition?
Okay, so Passions Arabia was in its first edition as an event. And basically, PH7 is the company that is organizing it. So heading the company, I spearheaded, the idea and the implementation. But of course, behind me is a great team that has worked together to bring it to life.
Yes.
So, this is Nour, and Nour is representing Eithar, and Eithar is one of the NGOs that collaborated to have a successful launch of the first edition.
Perfect.
And in a while, I would love for you to ask Nour about Eithar and their role in the society.
Yes, of course, we're going to get to that, but we'll like to get to know Passion Arabia more.
Yes.
So what is the idea of this exhibition?
Okay, so I have had the pleasure and the honor of interviewing a lot of creative Arab designers across the years, as I'm a publisher, right? So, and of course, wherever you go, if you're wearing an Arab design, you're so proud to be saying that this is designed by an Arab.
Of course, yes.
You know? So, and you see some of those Arab designers are really making it internationally. They're putting so much effort, but these efforts are being individual, on individual basis.
Of course.
So, and it's a lot of hard work to, go from zero to hero on the international scene. So the idea started with, why don't we come up with a platform where we can get, very selective Arab designers from across the Arab world. So it's not just about Kuwaitis, but Kuwaitis and other Arabs, all in one platform. Started in Kuwait, because this is where I have, so Kuwait is now my second home. This is where I've been residing for a while now. And then hopefully take it outside of the Arab world as well.
That is amazing.
So yes, this is the idea behind it.
Perfect. So you're trying just to unite all the designers together and give them really a platform to shine.
Exactly. I truly believe in unity and in collaborative work. And this is why actually I reached out to the NGOs, because the NGOs' mission is to improve on the society and bring the best out in the society. So, and I collaborated with four different NGOs.
Yes.
Each one of them really, working so hard and putting their heart and soul into, their vision to bring, to better our society and bring the best in people. So we've collaborated with Al Nour for Shaykha Intisar Sabah. And Nour is to spread positivity.
Right.
And we have collaborated with Shaykha Majida Sabah for ASAP, which is mu'aib. It is okay to be depressed or anxious or having psychological issues.
Which is an amazing movement.
Which is an amazing movement, because it is part of any normal society.
Right.
And then we collaborated with Spread the Passion, that was founded by Dr. Fatima Al-Musawi, that helps, the volunteers, the Kuwaitis to volunteer with their time, which is, again, an amazing feat. And finally, we've also collaborated with Eithar, which is the sister, NGO to Abolish 153, which, in my opinion, they are really doing an amazing job.
Yes.
Trying to stop the violence against women and to abolish Article 153. And I'll leave Nour to explain a little bit more about Eithar.
Sure. Can we know more about Eithar? I'm very curious.
Of course. So in order for me to start talking about what Eithar really is, I'm going to have to give you a brief on our sister NGO and our main campaign, which serves as the base of Eithar, Abolish 153. So Abolish 153 was basically created as a reaction of a story that happened in Birmingham around 4 years ago.
Yes.
In which there happened to like a case of misdemeanor happened, and by misdemeanor, what I really mean is a father stabbed his daughter 16 times in the back.
Oh wow!
Just because she was not answering him while talking on the phone, and thus he killed her. And then when
and that was a misdemeanor.
That was a
very
misdemeanor
act. Yes.
And that was what shocked us the most and led us to create this campaign to abolish this kind of article. So basically what happened was when he turned himself in, that was in England, when he turned himself in, he said that it's okay, this is honor killing, and in my country this is allowed. So it was horrible to learn that people are actually using this article as a basis to get away with murder.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so Abolish 153, the Article 153 itself is from the Penal Code of Kuwait, and what it states is that if a man surprises his wife, daughter, or sister in an act of adultery and kills her, the man, or both of them together, his wife, daughter, or sister in an act of adultery and kills her, the man, or both of them together, he gets to either be imprisoned for 3 years, and that's the maximum imprisonment, or pays a fine of 3,000 rupees. The fact that this article is still in rupees shows how archaic that law is.
Yes.
And it's very troublesome and problematic in 3 main ways. First of all, it defies the constitution, the Kuwaiti constitution, in every way possible.
Yes, true.
Second of all, it defies the Sharia al-Islamiyya, because there are specific laws that can be applied in cases of adultery.
Of course.
And then thirdly, it also defies and contradicts all of the official international agreements that Kuwait has ratified on.
Yes.
And so from this point, after launching our campaign, we have received a huge amount of battered women that needed help. They were survivors of violence. And it was on us now to go and do some research here and there and find the different ways that or the different resources the country has to offer these women in order to help them.
True.
And it was at that point where we found out that not only do we have a law that promotes violence, but on the contrary to a law that protects women, we don't even have a law that prevents violence.
Okay.
And we also don't even have a shelter that is there for these women to like basically go to.
Need,
exactly.
Yes.
And at this point we launched Eithar, which is a volunteer group that deals with officials, government officials as well, just so we can go ahead and finish the paperwork we need to do and sit with the policymakers in Kuwait and try to get a law that serves as an umbrella for the now existent but not working shelter, Fener. And thus what we do is survivors of abuse reach out to us, and it's from that point where we try to provide them with legal help, with psychological help, and everything they basically need, even pocket money and like apartments that they can stay in temporarily.
So you're there for them from A to Z, emotionally, financially, in every way possible.
To be.
Yes, that's amazing. How does Eithar come into play with the Passions of Arabia? Can you explain that more to us?
I would. So as I said, the aim is the same. It is actually to make the society a better place. Each one in a various, in a different, from a different angle.
Yes.
So, and I definitely believe in collaborative work.
Of course.
These very hard-working women who are trying to raise awareness and help, they also need other people to join hands in helping them raise the awareness and do something that is collaborative. So they promote Passions Arabia and we promote Eithar, and this is how it works. So and we support them and they support us. So basically this is the collaboration.
We're definitely going to talk more about the collaboration between the NGOs and your sector, but to start off, what is the criteria you use to pick the designers that have worked with you or are available on that same platform?
I tell you, you would be amazed how many Arab designers, if you research, actually we really have a good number of Arab designers who have made it regionally and internationally.
Right, we have so many, but they don't have a lot of exposure, I would say.
Exactly. And, they are winning awards, again, in the region and outside. They're being featured in international magazines. So they are doing really a lot of work. So these, we really focused on having few of them coming and joining us. We didn't want it to be only about them because we truly believe in educating people through role modeling.
Yes.
You know, so if you are combining creative people that are still starting, or they have been working for a few years and they are very creative, but they haven't yet, you know, branched out of their comfort zone.
Yes.
Let them interact with those who have and succeeded, you know, from Kuwait and the Arab world, and those who have made a real impact in the region, and those who are impacting also on an international level.
Perfect.
So basically, the most important key factor is that you have to be an Arab, you have to be really creative, and then it's one of the three. Either you are, you know, in the first initial stage, or you have already left a good imprint on a regional level or on an international level. All three.
I think you had so many options then to pick from.
Yes,
which
actually,
is great.
yes, it is, it is. And Passions Arabia is not just fashion, it's about design. So we had a section for fashion, we had a section for accessories, shoes and bags.
Perfect.
We had a section for interior, makeup, creams, you know, like the Arab world is really, you know, bustling with creativity and energy and passionate people. So it was really nice to have them all in one place. Really
That's
nice.
amazing, and I'm glad that you were able to have all of this just on one platform.
Exactly.
So you mentioned one reason for trying to unite, we could say, the NGOs and the private sectors in your quest of finding the perfect designers, Arab designers, and even just creative minds.
Yes.
Do you have any other reasons for this collab with NGOs?
As I said, you know, we are all living in one community, and when we are trying to build one platform and then take this platform to the outside world, the more collaboration we have, the better it is. At the end of the day, if we are able to build a real strong, like-minded community, then definitely we can reach wherever we want to be.
Of course.
But if we are alone and in seclusion and trying to make it in the world, it's going to be a very tough call.
Of course.
So it is just, you know, gathering all the efforts together.
That's a beautiful way to think. Right before we wrap up, what kind of difficulties or challenges did you face when you were organizing this event?
Well, in all honesty, I've been organizing events since 2013. And PH7 is the organizer of the annual Kuwait Yacht Show.
Yes.
Now that was full of challenges and problems. For me, Passions Arabia was not challenging. I mean, every event is challenging.
Of course, in a
but
way.
the challenges were very minor. So, of course, you know, when you are bringing, you know, Arabs to Kuwait, the visa process is a little bit of a difficulty. So some people, and unfortunately, you know what is also happening in Lebanon these days. So we had designers that were confirmed coming, but at the last moment they had to drop out because they weren't able to leave the country.
Yes.
So these were the only two issues that we had to tackle. But the venue was at Four Seasons, who actually were partners with us on this. And they facilitated a lot.
That's perfect.
For us. So we didn't have much to worry about.
Well, I hope it's always smooth sailing for you ladies. Do you have any final words, Ms. Nour?
I'm just very thankful to Zeina and for the PH7 event because it has helped us grow as a community, as she said, and it also helped us with further helping the survivors of violence as we do.
And this is only the first step, and much more is going to be done.
I'm super excited to see what's coming next.
I can't wait, and hopefully we'll have you on again to tell us your latest updates.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure to have you. We had with us Ms. Nour al Mukhled, a project manager of Eithar, and Zeina Muqqadim, the founding partner at PH7 Group. And now we're going to cut to our next report.